Do you remember what year that was?
Yes, 1942. And this is the back of the boiler yard here, see, in the lorry. Well, they had to put me on there, love, see, for simple reason, those pipes up there going along there, love, see, we done them, see, over in the boiler yard. Well, these are all out of the offices. So the union complained, didn't they? And they said, oh, no, we're not having that. Certainly not. Had to have Daphne, didn't they? And that's how Daphne come to be on there, because they said that they wanted those who were working on the shop floor, not in the offices, which was right in the time, though. But I shouldn't be there, look. See, they had another girl there, and they turned around and they said that you're not having none of that. None of that, they said, we're not having. And it was the old man out of the boiler yard. He said, Daphne got to go on there, Daphne. And I said, what's all the fuss about then, George? And he said, no, my dear, that press, he said, got the pipes on what we put on. He said, go and see Freddie. And I saw Freddie and I said, hey, Fred, is that press what got to go on the lorry while I'll go around the town? And he said, I think so. He said, I'll find out for you. And he come back and he said, yeah. And he said, they tell me that all the girls got to go on there. I said, who's all the girls then, Fred? And he said, oh, them all out of the office, I think, Daph. I said, don't you reckon I could go on there? And he said, no, because you worked over in the boiler yard. And he told George Jackson, and George was foreman, and he said, Daphne, my dear, you're going to be on. Yeah, and he called, he said, Daphne, my dear, you are going to be on that lorry, he said, with the pipes, what we've done. He said, you're going to be on there, Daphne. I can tell you that, my dear. I'm going to make sure of that, he said, because when I found out, he said, that it was office girls on there, he said, I turned around and said they knew nothing about it, but you did. He said, you're going to be one of the first on there. I said, well, thank you, George. I said, and I'll tell you somehow, if I do go on there, he said, well, you can go on there, all right. I've made sure of it. That's the form of mine. Yeah, I've made sure of it. I said, well, thank you, George. I said, but I'll tell you somehow, I said, I'll do Fielding and Platt. I said, because all the time I'm on there, I'll be waving to the people. He said, well done.
Oh. And that day that you went out in 1942 on the back of that wagon, what was that like?
It was a lovely day, and there was Naff Hot cheering, and they were shouting to me, and they said, good old Daff on the cross. When we went round the cross, and I was waving like that to him, like, thought it was great, yeah, like that. Well, 17 you would, see, wouldn't you, sort of? Well, and I was a poker, I wouldn't have met, and it's waving to him, they said, good old Daff, shouting and cheering at me and all. And they said I'd done very well when I got back. George Jackson put his arm around me, the foreman, he put his arm around me, he said, you've done very well, my love, you've done very well, yeah. There you are.
Did you get any prize or anything for doing it?
No, you had to do it for nothing. That was all during the war, getting people to work, getting people into work. Then that you had to get people into work, see, but nobody could.